There are a lot fewer two-parent families.
What's worth more, a dollar today or a dollar tomorrow?
Almost nobody gets out of love alive. Prisoners' rights is out of sight, out of mind.
Is your brain on God?
Hello.
Right.
So I want somebody to tell me what the fuck consensual sex is now.
25 years later, like, this goes to a bigger thing about things, just about the whole Me Too and everything else. Like, this is taken as some kind of empowerment. You know what I mean? So a lot of this stuff that's coming out now, honestly, personally, I think it's two cycles. I think, one, there is some empowerment that women feel, that they're more a collaborative effort because, all these other women are coming out, so now I can speak on it. And another is some people taking advantage of the situation. And
but either way though, either way, let it be that as it may, the damage that it does is what I'm saying. I'm looking at the fact that I can't figure out right now what consensual sex is. And I ain't got no, nothing for nobody to come get, but right now I could be sitting here scratching my head thinking about sexual encounters that I've had in the past, wondering.
I mean, but dude, is that bad? Because to be quite honest, I think about that as far as harassment. Like, when all this shit started coming out, I start, thinking my own views. Like, yo, certain shit that I could have done could have been taken as sexual harassment, and by the standards, yeah, it probably could have. And the more I reflect on it, the more I don't necessarily see that reflection as a bad thing. Because for the people who are affected by it, maybe that reflection is good. I mean, I think what changes the situation is the person, to be honest with you. I think a lot of things is that, I don't know about you because I know you've been in high positions. For me, it's probably more of a peer thing. So, that kind of limits that idea. When you're in a power structure, that adds a whole different dynamic to it. You know what I mean? Where it could be taken different kind of ways. So, that consensual sex, everything else, it becomes it mucks all of that shit. It mucks it all up where you can't really, tell. Like, so, I don't know. So I'm like, honestly, I don't really know if the reflection is a bad thing. With as far as what is happening with this immediate reaction and this immediate action that's being taken, where a lot of people are, and most of this is Hollywood, because politicians, they're not getting as much reprimand as all these other people. But is that in some ways I think that the way the climate in America is, that was going to happen. And I think in a way that, honestly, that this seems, from the point of view of women, like the boiling point, like this has been boiling over for a long time, which I can't speak of, that it's kind of was going to happen that way. And I don't know if there's ever going to be a leveling out. I think a leveling out has to happen. And the only way I see it is if you, like I keep saying.
All I want to know, Dane, man, let me ask you personally, what do it, and if you have to give me an experience, I need a little more than just a definition, because you got to apply the definition to something real world, so I know that you're human, right? What is your view of consensual sex? What is it? What is considered consensual sex? As far as your view, your opinion, what you've known to be.
I mean, dude, everything I've known to be has been basically a woman just giving it to me. Like, it has, and I'm not a forceful dude. So, the fact is, I could kind of just say, like, I'm not one of the dudes that be like, I'm going to try to take this shit from you. I mean, if we're in the mix of something, then that's something different. There's one time I could think of where I was, like, maybe extra forceful. When I was drunk and the girl was drunk, but I already knew this was a girl that liked me, cause we both had mutual friends, and they told me that she was feeling me.
Right.
That might have added some things on top of being drunk, where I was reaching out her parents and all this other shit, but she didn't. She laughed and all that stuff. In hindsight, 25 years later, could that be taken as something? Quite possibly. I mean, we had full sex. I mean, you know, but the fact is, like I said, me reaching down her pants and all this other stuff could be looked at as forceful because it wasn't necessarily invited. It was only the fact that I knew that she liked me. And because I had that little courage in me because of the liquor that I did extra.
Right.
Now, everything else is usually within the mix. Like we already doing it where you know I would get into the forceful aspect. But as in initiating something, nah. So you know, to me that was conceptual. If she was to come out and say something else, then that would be honestly up to the court of law. I mean,
are you fucking kidding me, Dane?
That would, son. That would. I mean, the way it is, honestly, are you talking about me personally, and you're talking about the courts? You're talking about something public. And you're asking me if that's something I will fight because I believe it's consensual. Yeah, that is something I will fight. I believe that is consensual sex.
Okay.
If you ask personally, I think it is.
Okay. Because you sounded like you was just about to say, God forbid, because I was just gonna say, yeah, the way I think now, yeah, I probably did. I would look at you.
I'm not saying that. Like I say that as far as harassment.
Okay.
Because I don't.
Okay.
I don't say that with actual sex. I'm saying that as far as you know, especially when you're at a place like a workplace, and you know you deal with females like 8 hours out the day.
Right.
There's some issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that issue can get a little heavy, depending on who you're talking to and how things are. So you know, there's certain things that could be taken a certain way. Like, dude, are you recording or you not?
I am.
You know, you are recording. Okay, so I'm not gonna say certain things.
Okay.
But you know, there's times in my past where it's been physical. You know what I mean? There's times in the past where it's been physical. Not as in actual sex, but as in the flirtation. You know what I mean? So there are times where I you know, since the situation started coming out, where I reflect on that. So the harassment part, yeah. As far as the sex, no. But when it goes into the public, and it's putting under scrutiny, that's when I gotta fight it. That's when I gotta take my own personal aspect and put it out there compared to somebody else's account. And what I think bumps it up for everybody is because this is a power thing. This is honestly, that's what honestly messes it all up. Like, to be honest with you, like, if we was to blow up with RGs and you know, blow up in other areas, and somebody sees it and decides to do something, you know, you're kind of a victim to it.
Man, fuck that, Dane. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, man. I wish